live? Are we
And
live?
yeah, we're live. We're live.
All right, we are back. This is take two. The whole thing crashed. The whole system crashed. We are back in Hungary to drive around the Hungaroring, and it's time. This week we have 12 drivers in the rain for qualifying at Hungary. But not only that, we have the world's best commentator all the way in from New York, the one, the only, the amazing Pepsi. Hello!
Thank you, thank you. Again, you shouldn't sell yourself short, Brandon. Again, a little deja vu from the people that watched it the first time. But we are here again for another rain Hungaro GP. It feels like in Groundhog Day. I feel like Bill Murray's going to walk it on the track soon, and we're going to see him again. But it's going to be another rain session here. Hopefully the bugs have been fixed, and I think if Scuba's not been done DDoSing the servers, I think we'll be ready to go because he is not here again, and it's going to be anyone's game here in the championship tier today because that's free points to gain on the leader. But anyways, they run off turn one. Kugino's, who was the polesetter last race, is probably hoping for a better showing this time. Well, I guess not a better showing, but just hopes to keep it because there are points on the line here. And right now, he's down P2, so still got a long way to go.
We have Ivok Sara leading going into turn three. Kugino, Honey Badger. Oh, that's, I mean, this is such a tough track to drive with this rain.
That is true. It's like they had already one attempt at it, but this is the second go-around, and Kuragino's in the lead again. But Ivrix looks like he's gotten a little bit better than the first time around. Mashiro seems to be set up again for a dry setup because we do know, I think since it will be similar weather conditions, at least for the first one, that it's going to be dry. So it's a situation where maybe, again, they have their cars set up for a little bit of a drier race tomorrow because it's going to be dry, then a wet setup, so they're going to be kind of struggling. But if that's the case, Kino really knows how to handle this track well in the wets, as he is still leading the way even on this redo session as he's going through the technical section here with Honey Badger in second, Ivrix in third. So yeah, still a long way to go.
There's some of these curbs that are lethal in the rain. The ones that are white, you have to be really careful. We'll see an example of that at the second last corner on 13.
Yep.
That we're going to see Kugino coming straight up to. If you
and
touch those white corners, woo.
Oh yeah, no, it's not going to be pretty. Same thing with the after that fast left corner, right after the end of sector 1 when you get into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like turn 7, 8, right around there. That's a white corner as well. You clip that, it's not going to be pretty for you as well, and it can even do more damage. But as you come around the last couple corners here, it's going to be Kugino who's going to do it again, and he's actually going to qualify again on pole. So nothing really changed here except it's a slower lap this time. But he actually clears him by a second though. So hey,
that's a slower lap for everybody, I think.
That is true. So maybe it's a little wetter than it was last time, but he still cleared it by a sec. He actually got a better gap than last time, but slower. So interesting to note. But yeah, Kugino leads the way. Honey Badger still got second, so good for him. And Ivrix in third. Siege actually falls a position. Mashiro goes up a position. Sebastian, the big winner, went from 8th to 5th. Noisy down to 7th. Nelly 8th. County 9th. And then Frally Pepper, Flores, and I am Sills probably not happy with the restart because all three of them are starting in the back 10th, 11th, and 12th respectively. But yeah, a little bit different to qualifying, but again, I think with such a short field here, sadly, here today because of just some issues, it's worth noting that I think, this is such a long race that anything is possible, and we'll have to see accordingly where it goes. But yeah, again, we do know that tomorrow's race is going to be dry, and we know that it could be dry for both sessions, but yeah, we'll have to see how the drivers handle it.
Yeah, this is a really nice track to drive, and I've tried driving around this. I mean, I've driven a lot here, the Formula 1 cars, but driving around the Formula 2, some of the corners are a little bit different. The corner at turn 4, the blind corner, that is such a fun corner to drive, but it can be pretty deadly.
Oh, yeah, the main issue I have with, I think, corner 4, if that's not mistaken, it's not that, that fast left, is that it's just easy to cut it. If you get just a little bit, you have to get it right to turn right, and you want to take it flat. And the thing is, it's a decision between taking it flat or taking just light up just a little bit. Because if you take it flat, you go faster, but there's also a good risk if you go a little bit to the in or a little bit to the out, you'll get a cut, and that's not what you want. But if you let up, you lose a little bit of time that someone else may be more braring to take. So it's a risk-reward situation, which makes this kind of track nice.
And I think in turn 5 with the white rumble strips on the inside, I think that's going to cause a few issues here.
I got that feeling like last week. There's going to be that one person clips that curb trying to make a pass there, and they're going to go around. It's the name of the game. That's the Pepsi Nostradamus, or the Pepsi-amus prediction here for the week. Someone is going to hit that curb and go around. Now, again, 19 laps again, and it's a nice sunny day here again, almost like we've done this before. Hey! But Kugino in first, Honey Badger second, Ivrix in third. That is your top three. Siege in fourth, who, again, with Scuba not being here, will give him a good chance to get some good points here. If he wins this race, he gets 30 points, and that will make the gap only 1 going into the sprint race. So yeah, he doesn't have to be too aggressive, just needs to get as many points as he can, because he doesn't want to end up 10th and like 10th and 10th and only get like 8 points respectively.
Have you seen the tire strategy here tonight?
Yep.
It's interesting.
Yep, it is. We'll pull up the tires right now to show you. It looks like Kugino started on a set of softs, and 2 through 9 started on a set of mediums, and 10 through 12 started on a set of softs. Now, unlike in F1, you can select any tire you want to start on. So it looks like, similar to Silverstone last week, the harder to softer compound is what a lot of drivers are going for, and I think that will be the better strategy in the long run. I think that will pay off. So I don't know why Kugino went for softs, but since he had a fast car, maybe he wants to get as much distance as he can, and he thinks he can hold it.
Yeah, probably. It'll be interesting to see. It's always fun when we get the different tire strategies. So.
And with no safety cars, if anything happens turn 1, it's going to be so yeah, if you're through 2 through 9, you're taking a risk, because if something happens corner 1, you end up the wrong way around, or you get damaged, you have to pit, you can't go on a set of softs to make it to the end. So you're going to have to pit again. So there's a risk reward.
Something's going to happen at turn 1, right?
Oh, yeah, probably. I mean, hopefully not. They're good drivers. They're good drivers, but you never know, especially a little bit antsy after the first restart. Maybe they're a little bit more aggressive here. Now, again, like last time, do you want to change your predictions? I think you went Kugino, Honey Badger, Iverick? No, Kugino, Honey Badger, Siege, or some variation of that.
Yeah.
Do you want to change that?
Siege. No, I'm going to keep that.
Yeah, I'm going to keep mine as well. I think it's going to be Honey Badger, Kugino, Siege. So I think we both got similar top 3, just slight differences. I think we're both sleeping on Ivrix, and I think Ivrix may have a word with us in the paddock afterwards, but hey, prove us wrong. As now we hopefully get the 5 red lights this time. Uh-oh. Come on. There we go.
Yes.
Right, we got it. We're good. We're good. We'll have 5 red lights. This is now an official start, boys. Don't muddle it up. Here we go, and off the way they go, off in the corner 1 here, as it looks like County got the better. Actually, County not going to start. My scoring card reflects. It looks like the second place car of Honey Badger kind of got bogged down. He's going to get passed by Ivrix, and he's going to get possibly open up position by County as well.
No.
Someone
Nelly,
is around.
Oh. Noisy, Noisy, Vloris, I think, got spun around.
Yep, Nelly is around and Noisy's around, both of them in the back in the pack here. Everyone else has made it relatively safely around, though. So it looks like, oh, someone has gone off the Narnia.
Silas has gone off.
That's Mashiro and Silas and Mashiro both went kind of wide there. Did not judge the turn correctly. Kugino still leading the way. Looks like Fairly Perry has passed Mashiro for P9, or I think that may be a scoring time issue. No, that was actually a legal pass. Never mind. Sometimes you never know with these scoring things.
Yeah, it's a nice start by Kugino, but even better by Avaxara in second place on Honey Badger. Oh,
big pass here by Honey Badger. Honey Badger got bogged down on the start, and he doesn't like that. He wants to force a pass here. Not really a place where you see passes happen, and he's going to try to make it work. He's still side by side. Siege is there too, and Honey Badger will get him clear. Nice pass.
Yeah, really nice pass. I think Ivoxara had a tiny little spin, letting Honey Badger jump in and grab that opportunity there. But what a nice start by Kugino. He came out of that pretty okay, and he's going to set some fast times now.
Yep, he's got to set some fast times because he's on a set of softs while everyone else behind him's on a set of mediums, so he needs to get going because he's going to be on the disadvantage on the next stint. As we do got a big battle here for P7 between Mashiro and Silas. They are fighting for what is not many points, but hey, for pride purposes, you never want to leave any points on the table. As actually we come back to P3, yep, big battle here for 3. It looks like Ivrix is not let second place go quietly into the nights, as he's going to try to get the elbows out here in turn 1, and he's going to make the pass work. But Ivrix, Honey Badger, I spoke too soon, is going to try to keep his foot in here. This is where you kind of want to be on the outside of the corner here because it breaks out in, and Honey Badger's just going to get him clear, and he's going to get the spot back. Great drive by Honey Badger to keep his foot in it.
And that was nice driving by both drivers there. Respect keeping it clean. It's nice.
That is nice. You love to see it between two drivers, but that's the driver that really loves to see it as Kugino right now, because while these two are battling, Kugino's slowly able to drive away. So right now, maybe Ivrix wants to fight, but maybe it's better if he just kind of sticks behind Honey Badger for a minute or two. Let him try to get some ground on Kugino, because Kugino gained over half a second while they were fighting on turn 1.
Yeah, he's got it up over to 2 seconds now, so he should be pretty happy. It's a nice start by Kugino. I mean, we expected him to get a nice start, but there's one thing expecting it and actually doing it, right?
Yeah, Ivrix. I mean, Honey Badger just got bogged down in the start. And normally this is where we put a replay on the screen, but since we don't have that technology yet, we're just gonna let you kind of imagine it. You can stream back on the stream. YouTube allows you to go back, so you can watch the start if you want, and you can see that Honey Badger did kind of get bogged down as now Noisy's made a pass for P9 on Volres. But yeah, only 10 runners left in the field, so 2 drivers have decided to pull it across the wall, Nelly and Felipe after a bad start. So everyone is getting points, but that's always the case. We think the top 15 get points, so everyone's going to get points regardless, but with every driver that drops, more points are awarded, and the gap at the bottom is less.
And yeah, at the front, it's just Cugino he's just making it even further. But this battle, as you said, I think they've decided just to take it easy between second and third place and not go crazy trying to pass or crash into each other.
I think that's what Siege is doing. Siege right now is he's just kind of playing conservative. He's like half a second behind Ivrix, still in DRS range, doesn't want to get in the back of him because if he brake checks and he gets a damaged wing, that's going to hurt him. And like I said, he's playing for points here. He's got no competition. He'll get points on Scuba regardless, so play it conservatively. Don't risk your wing.
True.
And what we look at as well, Mashiro's currently not that far away from County as well, so we got 2 big battles here between the field. We got Ivrix and Honey Badger in second, and we got County and Mashiro in sixth, so we'll keep an eye on both of them. But it looks like Ivrix may have got a little bit of a bad exit there, because now Siege has really closed the gap on Ivrix. So, again, Ivrix is one of those... Nope, go ahead. Did you see something?
Mashiro, he's in the third place overall and 130 points. So, I mean, this is the day to grab some points for these guys.
But it looks like at least they're qualifying. He's not. Oh, Honey Badger around. Honey Badger just lost on the last corner there, overjudged the braking point, and he's lost the back end, and he's going to have to fight. He fires it back up, but he just lost second and third, and now he's under pressure from Sebastian. Sebastian just gives him the chrome horn.
He's out.
Sebastian, I just saw that from Sebastian's POV. Sebastian had nowhere to go and kind of just gave him the metaphorical chrome horn and nowhere for Honey Badger to go. He just got sent dead straight, and he's in the wall, and that is terrible for Honey Badger. Honey Badger's going to finish P10. He's going to get points for his efforts, but that is not what he wants to see. To be a fly on the wall right now on his radio communications, but to hear what happened. Just bad to worst to awful. That's just terrible.
And that was a pity. I mean, he couldn't do anything there. He just went straight into that wall.
Well, I guess our top threes both kind of got shot with... I had Honey Badger winning, you had him in second, and now he's in 10th. Joy. What I was going to say is Ivrix lost a little bit of time on the back Honey Badger, but then, yeah, that happened. So clearly now Ivrix is now the next man up. But Ivrix is a very aggressive driver where he's someone that's going to go for an overtake when he sees it. Now, nothing he did there caused Honey Badger to do that. I'm just noting that I want to finish my sentence. Ivrix is a very aggressive driver on the track. But
I didn't see what happened. There was nobody touched Honey Badger?
No, Honey Badger just went too deep into the corner. I was on Siege's camera when that happened. He just went too deep, and he just just went a little wide. And you'll see, I'll show you when we come up here, as you can see on Ivrix, he just kind of went too deep into the corner. He went just on that green stuff, and it caused him to spin the car around because he tried to turn it late. And then when he tried to get... And then when he tried to get...
Sector 3, I saw in Sector 3, Honey Badger was braking, he was getting a lot of brake locks, so it seemed like he was struggling with Sector 3.
And then when he tried to go up here, as Ivrix, Silix makes a pass on Noisy for 7, but right where we watch Silix here, then he just got tapped by Sebastian because he was trying to get the power back down, and it's a situation where he's just trying to get it down. The tires are probably a little bit hot, and he got a little bit of a shunt, and then too little too late. He was going too fast, and he hit the wall.
Oh, that's a pity.
Yeah, it is. As we got a battle here for P7 as Silix and Noisy are fighting for 7th, and that is a great pass by Noisy. Little fake back there, kept his foot in. Now he's in P7, so but he's probably Silix is not going to let him go quietly in the night here. But right now, Noisy P7.
And Mashiro, I mean, Mashiro has shown before, like what a great driver, up to 5th place, basically by just sort of like this is what's happened during the race. People crashing out and battles going on. Mashiro and Stiaban are just climbing slowly up.
I mean, Mashiro is one of the few drivers that has bested our current points leader on a race. Remember Baku, we got that photo finish on Scuba, so he's one of the only few drivers that have actually bested our current points leader. So you don't want to sleep on his name. And he's only a reserve, so he always jumps from different team to different team. He's the Hulkenberg of the season, where you'll see him in different colors every week. But he's always the same fast Mashiro.
Yeah, so it looks like he's got some control around this track as well.
It looks like he's finally got some control, but he's now got to make up 3 seconds on Sebastian, though. So long way up the road, but if he can get that solved, he can do it. Now, what's worth noting right now is Ivrix has not lost that much time to Cugino. The gap is about still 2 seconds, so maybe...
And these mediums have kicked in now, so he's kept it at 2 seconds. I mean, Cugino's first couple of laps, that's when he got the 2 seconds.
And now that's where he got the... Now, yeah, the gap was the largest, was 2.4. Now it's 2 seconds, so if Ivrix can keep those mediums under him, Cugino may not be in the right spot, because then, remember, Ivrix will then pin on a set of softs closer to the end and try to make it work. Now, I believe the softs go about 10 laps, I want to say, maybe 9 laps, while the mediums can definitely go about 13, 14. So it's definitely going to
be fun.
Yeah, it is going to be fun. If we do have a yellow flag sector 1, it looks like I Am Silas is off the pace a little bit. Just a bad entry there, and he'll have to try to make a quick recovery, but still in P8, trying to get as much time as he can.
But, I mean, every week I'm a little bit critical about the amount of penalties that these drivers get, and okay, like commentators curse or whatever, but we've only got one driver who's got penalties now after 6 laps. That by itself is pretty astounding.
Yeah, it is. Last 3 weeks, I've knocked on wood when I've said, oh, I'll give you a compliment, and I've knocked at my little desk here, and it's every time it seemed to have the opposite effect, so I'm not knocking on no desk this week. Now watch, Ivric's probably going to get a cut. We can pull up the warnings, but right now I'm going to keep the screen how it is, because we don't need to pull those up right now. But yeah, only one drive, which is Silas. And the rest of the field, yeah. And now, speaking of pit stops, Kugino is pitting. He was lost well over half a second there, so time for him to come in. So I guess the softs even go shorter than my estimate, or maybe he just thinks he's losing too much time. Because it has been a while since I've done an
That was early. I mean, 6, he didn't get a big enough gap there. I don't think this is going to be a really good battle, because Ivar Xara in first place. We've seen him before. That guy can defend the lead.
Oh, yeah, he's aggressive. He will fight. He will make sure you're not getting by him unless you got a game plan. Because he's going to make sure he's a good driver with that. He's a smart defensive driver, knows how to fight to get people around, get the elbows out, make sure that. The problem is Kugino's now still hasn't come out of pit lane yet. Now he's officially come out. He is 11 seconds behind Noisy, 13 seconds. The only positive is he's got no traffic in front of him, as also Silix and Voltex pits as well. The only 2 runners that are also on softs. So it looks like 6 or 7 is the window to go on softs. Now, something else kind of worth noting is, remember, this is both 50-50, so the sprint race will also be about 17, 19 laps, give or take, because I think it's a bit shorter. So if the softs only go 6 laps, 7 laps, it's worth noting that I don't think the mediums will also make it the same distance, so there will probably be a pit stop in the featured race. As Kugino gets a 3-second, that is not good. Just bad the worst. He's trying to push a little bit too hard there and just got a 3 seconds, so...
that was on corner 4. I think that was the high-speed corner, and it's exactly what you said. I think he just cut it too much.
Yeah, he wanted to get as much time as he can, because you don't want to. Unlike in the F1 cars, you can't take it flat, but you want to get as much time as you can. And if you go a little bit too wide or you cut it, the game will ring you up. There's no mercy from the robot stewards here.
I think about that, a blind corner, driving at these speeds at a blind corner. It's just insane. It's just a crazy thing.
Mashiro clearly showing the mediums has not fallen off yet, because he just sets the fast lap of the race, and now he's only 2 seconds behind Sebastian, so he's gained well over a second, so he's on the charge to try to get on the podium.
Go Mashiro. We always want Mashiro. We've seen some great battles with Mashiro and other drivers, so definitely want Mashiro to climb up higher here.
I think we both have our favorite drivers in the commentary booth, even though we're not supposed to show favorites. I think yours is Honey Badger, mine is Mashiro. But I like the rest of the field. I don't hate any driver in this field. I want good fighting, but there's always one driver. At the UK commentary when there's a Hamilton or Buttons doing well. Obviously, Buttons retired, but when he was racing, like, you're going to show a little bit of bias to the British. Same thing here. We're going to show a little...
But it's like but it's like Ivar Xara in first place. It's like you gotta respect him as a driver. He's like, no, you're not getting past me. It's not going to work. And there's something about that. I think like yes, this is the way it should be.
It's 100% exciting to watch. And the thing is, to go back to the lead here for a second and report on this, Siege is just outside DRS range, and it feels like he gets just close enough, but he just can't get in DRS range. He's 1.2, 1.1, 1.0, and he's just about to break it. And then Ivrix just has just an extra 10th on him, and then no DRS on the straight, and he can't catch. It looks like Ivrix just lagged a little bit on my screen when I was watching Siege's camera. So hopefully there's not too many issues anymore and it gets settled.
Yeah, and the DRS is a pretty strange place, could you say?
Yeah, on the straighter, it's not that long, so unless you got a good setup, like obviously a good setup because you can't control the fuel, unless you got a really good straight line setup, it's very hard to make a pass happen around here. Because I remember when I was in a league race once, and I had a setup that was a little bit more to cornering, and the driver in front of me had a driver setup that was more towards straight line speed, and every time I got an X, I just couldn't get enough of a run of him on the straight, even using all my fuel and all my ERS, because it just wasn't enough push. And it was a situation where it's like, you just can't get clear of him, because he can hold the defensive line going next corner, and it's not like Mexico, where there's a long straight where you will get by if you got enough of a DRS train going. But yeah, speaking while I was on that little soliloquy, Kugino did set the fast lap of the race, so those mediums are working for him.
Yeah, and it's fun to see. And I mean, corner 4, I think, is just amazing because it's blind, and you have to sort of like trust that things are going to be okay. And it's fun to see what the gearing that the drivers do when they're trying to get past turn 4. Who's braking, who's just letting off the gas pedal, and how they're attacking it.
Yeah, I should probably put the telemetry on. Well, actually, I'll keep the telemetry on next time someone goes there. We'll actually keep an eye on that, because that would be kind of cool. Because I know in F1 cars, I think it's about 4th gear, and you just want to take a flat. But in these F2 cars, not as much downforce. Like, can't take 180R, which I know it's a European circuit, but there's some circuits you'd really like to see, but since they don't go to an F2 in real life, it's kind of a shame. But it'd be kind of interesting to see these cars around Suzuka or Coda or some other places. But that's maybe a pipe dream for we can only see in video games. But anyway, Mashiro could make a pass here on Sebastian for P3 here. He's got DRS. He's within half a second. Unless he's very aggressive about a lunge, I don't think it will happen this lap, but he's definitely coming. Yeah,
you see he's getting a little bit closer. He gets the DRS.
Oh, actually, never mind. Whoa! I think Sebastian broke a little bit more than he thought he was. And yeah, he's definitely coming. Though he's definitely more aggressive on the brakes here.
Yeah, I think Mashiro was a little bit frightened there and had to just back out.
Mm-hmm. As I'll cut the Ivrix here real fast, see what he does. And see, he takes it in. Yeah, he brakes. He goes down to about 110. Same thing with Siege. They go about 110 that corner. So they start at about 160, and they brake and stay in 5th gear, though, but they go about 110, 115. So that's about 40 mph difference in that corner.
Yeah, I think Mashiro took it a lot faster.
As Noisy, I was just on board with him, and he just cut that corner, too, and that's why he got that 3-second time penalty. So, yeah. It's very easy to cut if you're not careful.
Yeah, you can watch Mashiro, because I think Mashiro takes it actually a lot faster. I think that's where he's actually gaining some time in that corner.
Kugino took it about 120 mph, as he just said the fastest purple sector once, but he takes it even faster. So it looks like the range is about 110, 120. It's just how brave you are. Speaking of Ivrix, Ivrix has now pulled over another second on Siege. So, yeah, Siege really needs to find a way by him, because 30 points can easily help him in the championship right now. That is like something he really wants right now, especially with Kugino having a 3-second time penalty. Need to get that. He has to try to find something. But Mashiro all over the back of Sebastian right now. That pass should be happening this lap.
Guys, keep it clean. Keep it clean in
keep
corner
it clean.
1.
Keep it clean. County's retired from the session from P6. Oh, no. And he's off.
Okay, something's going to happen now.
Yep.
Here we go.
We'll see here on the inside how aggressive. Oh, he gets Sebastian's very late on the brakes. Oh, Sebastian not. No, he turned him.
No,
he turned him.
Oh, is he okay? Is he okay?
He's okay. No damage, but that's going to be a lot of time lost. Oh, Mashiro's probably not too thrilled about that, because I think, no offense, from what I saw there, it looked like Sebastian just came, like Mashiro had his line, and Sebastian kind of hooked him. I'll keep it neutral, but from what I saw, it looked like it was a situation where the onboard camera I saw, Sebastian kind of just either hit the corner and turned a little left and hooked him. Whether that's just because they got stuck by side pods or whatever, but I think the stewards will have an interesting look at that personally. But
yeah, you can keep the nice way of saying it. That was Mashiro's corner. I'm not gonna say it. Just gonna say it straight up. That was his corner, and I don't think he was happy with what happened there. But I mean, this happens when they're racing. Sometimes these guys brake late, and sometimes it's not easy to let another person get past you in a corner either. It's like, okay, where am I going to go? Where am I going to go? But Mashiro is definitely not happy with that.
And the thing that makes it even worse, now Kugino was probably going to jump pit lane. Now he's going to jump him even more. So he was looking for a possible podium spot, and now he's just behind. Now he's like 6 seconds clear, and that is just not good. I think Sebastian, he doesn't even have wing damage, so he just kind of, that's just, again, try to keep it professional. But yeah, that was an interesting move.
How did he not get wing damage there? Like, that's almost impossible.
Yeah, he gave Mashiro air. Like, his car got air, Mashiro, like he got him turned. Like, if these were NASCARs, that would have been a blowover attempt. Like, he got him some air. But anyway.
Really,
yeah.
Okay.
That was interesting, though. But, again, if you're in the comments right now, why not comment, tell us how we're wrong and how Sebastian either didn't do it or Mashiro did it, was the victim in that. Make sure you keep it civil, though. Don't be a modest. But anyway.
Well, Ben, one thing we have to remember is that Kugino has got the time penalty here. Like, that plays into this as well.
But it's only 3 seconds right now, but obviously if he keeps pushing, because he keeps going fast laps, that could end up being 6 if he's not careful.
How much time did Mashiro lose in that incident?
Well, he was 5 seconds. He's now 5, so he lost 5 seconds. 6 seconds. So, and now his tires are now cooked a little bit too. So noise is all over the back of him. So yeah, there's no way he's getting back to Sebastian unless divine intervention. But since there's no safety cars, we can expect Mashiro into the pit pretty soon, right? Probably around when everyone else decides to pit, because there's no point in pitting early now because he doesn't want to pit too early. But maybe because of the undercut. But the undercut's okay around here, but I don't think it's as stronger around other tracks. As speaking of people pitting, Siege decided to pit. Never mind, Siege was not pitting. My mistake. It was Ivrix pitting from the lead. So Ivrix is going for the undercut.
Ooh,
while Siege will stay out another lap. And Sebastian as well. So it looks like Ivrix wants to get on a fresh set of rubber as quickly as possible. But considering that the softs only made it about 6 laps before they fell off, at least according to
Mashiro's going in.
Oh, Mashiro has as well. So he wants to both going for the undercut. As Silas gets another 3-second time penalty. So he's the one that's racking up a lot of penalties today. But we'll we'll see where Kugino comes out. He's on the start-finish straight, so he will come out ahead of Ivrix. But by how much? Let's see here. Ivrix has not hit the window yet. All right, he's came out now. 4 seconds, 5 seconds, 6 seconds. So he's going to have to clear 3 seconds on Kugino if he wants to win this race. So Kugino was really pushing, though, on those mediums. But the question is, how cooked are his mediums? Because he had open track, so he had no real fighting in front of him. So he had open space, is what you want to see.
Oh, this is going to be a nice ending. We got like 6.5 laps left, and it's going to go right down to it again. Kugino can't afford any more time penalties.
He can't.
He has to know that.
100%, and he has to play it conservatively, but is conservative a word that Kugino knows? Because he was really pushing. I know it's a word Ivrix doesn't know. Ivrix has to be even more conservative, because if Kugino gets one, he's within 6 seconds right now, and he'll have the tire advantage. Just stay within 6 seconds and pray... Because he's got 2 choices. Get within 3 seconds and win this race, or pray and stay within 6 and don't cut, and hope Kugino gets another one. But obviously,
he's cutting it down. He's eating away at the time. It's down to 5.7 now.
Slowly. He'll definitely set the fast lap at this race. Well, I think Mashiro, Siege, or Sebastian may have a point, as everyone else is now officially pitted. So yeah, 5.4. Oh, he's cutting. He's already half a second in. But the question is, how quickly will those tires fall off? Because, remember, Kugino pitted with about 6 laps on his softs, and I think the tires fell off around 3 to 4. So he's going to get about 4 good laps to attack at him, and the final 2 laps won't be like him free-falling, but definitely won't be as strong. The tires will hit that metaphorical cliff, or at least be not as fast as they should be.
I mean, he's flying now. Ivoxara is flying. It's down to 4.9 seconds.
Something worth noting is Siege was only 2 seconds behind, so the undercut is really strong around here, because Siege was only 2 seconds behind when he pitted. Now he's 5. That was a 3-second loss. That was a good call by Ivrix. Remember the name eventually. Mashiro's only 3 seconds behind Sebastian, so if Mashiro can get back to Sebastian on his fresh softs, he may have a word for him. He won't wreck him, but he may have a word for him. He may not be as nice trying to pass him this time. He may get the elbows out even worse.
Okay, Mashiro, no time penalties. He's flying around.
Ivrix now actually gained another whole second. He is coming. This could be his race to win. Just don't get a penalty, and you should have it. Just got to get 1 more second. As Sebastian gets a 3-second time penalty, so Mashiro now going to be P4. Doesn't even have to pass him if he doesn't want to. For P4.
Oh, Ivoxara is really flying. He's pushing it now.
Oh, that he is. Kugino locking up again, really trying to get as much time out of his tires as he can. 3 seconds. It's coming down. It's coming down, and it hurts inside.
Oh, this is Ivoxara's to win now. Definitely, there's no doubt about it.
Siege is also
starting to struggle a little bit.
And Siege is also going to try to get as much time as he can as well, because Siege, if he can get within 3 seconds, can actually get second. And again, that's
1:27.3.
Oh, that's a fast lap. Vorez gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings as well. But if I take a quick look at the point standings, if I can pull them up real fast, or while we wait, just what people will get if they finish where they finish. Right now, 20 points will go to Siege if he finishes third. 25 points if he can finish second. So there's a reason for him to try to get 3 seconds on Kugino. Because if he can get within 3 seconds, that is 25 points, and that will make the gap 6 points instead of 11 points at the end of the feature race. So there's a lot to fight for here. Same thing with Mashiro as well. But yeah, 2.8 seconds. So now Ivrix is in the 3-second window of the original cut. So,
you can see him right in front of him now. It's like, there you are.
Cue the music.
And he's going to chase him.
Again, like I said, Kugino can hear boss music in his cans right now of his headphones. He can hear it, and he's wondering why. Why can I hear boss music? Why is it getting louder? He doesn't know yet.
Behind me?
Why is fast travel not working? Well, there's a reason why it's not working. Ivrix is coming, and he's coming like a bullet train. But what's worth noting is Siege is losing time to Ivrix, though. He's actually lost well over a second, so Ivrix is really going.
Yeah, he is. I mean, he's got control over this track right now. So
2.3, 2.2. He's probably got another fast lap happening here if he's quick enough. We'll see here.
No,
if
I mean, like,
fast
would you
one.
really bet against Ivor Sara from winning the race? Like on the track, it's like if he gets, like we've got 4 laps and 5 laps, and he can take another second to get in DRS. This is his.
But does he have to? That's the question. Like,
That's
I know
not that. I think that's totally irrelevant for him.
Yeah, he's already within 3 seconds. He doesn't have to force it and win this race. He can sit behind.
We've seen him driving before.
Yeah, he's aggressive driver. He's going to want to win this race on track, 100%. He's got that mindset, like, I'm not taking the lawyer ball. I'm not taking the free walk. I'm going to win this race. So he's not going to sit there and let Cugino cross the line first. He's going to want to cross the line first, but he doesn't have to. He can just sit behind him and take it that way. Like, there's no pride. Like, I understand there's the pride, but you can play it conservatively. But if he gets one more cut, or I don't know how many cuts he has, but if he gets a 3-second time penalty, he'll have to pass him. So, risk reward. But with coming up to 3 to go here, yeah, he's gonna catch him definitely.
He's got tunnel vision. He's gonna go for it. I think he's not gonna sit behind him.
I feel like right now, if he's got an engineer, they'll be telling him, "Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it." It's not worth it.
1.2 seconds.
He is coming. Like, Siege's not even coming close to catching those times. Ivrix is just—he's found that next gear.
Cugino locks.
He's been locking that corner up every lap so far. So Cugino is feeling the pressure. Another lockup by Cugino. He is really feeling that pressure. If we wouldn't get
DMC is soon in under 1 second.
If there was no threat of DMC takedowns, I'd put Under Pressure on right now or sing the bars for it. But I don't want Queen coming after my estate when I'm dead. So a situation where we'll say you'll have to imagine it, or you can put on another tab and play it, because that's what's happening right now. But right now, also
he's under a second, so
under a second,
he should get DRS next time. Oh, Cugino is locking up something serious now.
The pressure's hitting him. But also something else worth noting is Mashiro's within a second of Sebastian, so we'll have to keep an eye on that too, because if he gets close, will Mashiro actually try something? But we got 2 battles here on the track. Right now, Ivrix is the factor leader. Oh, Ivrix was very wide there. It
was very wide.
That would have been that's a warning. That would have been a warning, but I don't think he had one to give, so luckily, he's not. That has got to be a wake-up call right there. You can't risk it. You can't get a 3-second time penalty this late in the game.
He's going to risk it.
Ivrix, listen to me. I don't think you're listening to the broadcast, but if you are, don't do it. Let me be your engineer.
Calm down, man. Calm
down. Calm down. It's not worth it.
He doesn't care.
He doesn't care.
Cugino locks up so much in Sector 3.
He is, and that's another lockup. He really can't get the car down there. He is just aggressive. 7. It's going to be 8. He's going to have DRS here again. How aggressive will Ivrix be on the brakes? 2 to go this time by. DRS is going to be open. Will Ivrix try something? 6-6, 6-5. It's going down. But it's not going to be enough to make a lunge here. But he's going to be within half a second. Oh, very conservative on the brakes. All right, I think Ivrix learned something from Austria. Very conservative on the brakes. 5.
Oh, this is going to be an amazing last lap that we're going. Last 2 laps that we got going through here.
If he can get within like 3 or 2, like a quarter of a second, he definitely have an attack on that long straight. Oh, now he's within 3. Oh, he's coming. Oh, he's here. Hide the kids, hide the wife, because he's here, and he's not taking no prisoners.
And they're in on turn 4, and this is it. This is the scary corner. Past that up to the chicane. Slow down, guys. Slow down.
We'll see here. Let's see how aggressive. He plays it conservatively. We also got a port in the back here. Mashiro and Sebastian are fighting as well. But this is for the lead, so I'm going to keep this one on. But if Mashiro gets close, we may have to cut the both of them. But right now, this is where we had a side-by-side mode.
Brakes so much.
That he is. He senses the pressure. Again, this doesn't really matter because he's going to fall a second anyway, but he's just hoping that Ivrix makes a mistake. You just got to stay ahead of him just for the point of it. Another lockup. Those tires have probably got spots on the size of dimes.
I mean, respect to Cugino. If he can hold this, this is going to be impressive because he's got a driver behind him right now. It's like, no, I'm passing you. This is
he's going to be able to lunge on the straight here. He's within a quarter of a second. He's having to lunge here. He's going to do it. Well, better exit though by Cugino, but 3, 3-5, 3-3, 3-3, 3, 2, 2. He's going to have a lunge here. Protect the inside, Cugino. Oh, he doesn't go for the lunge. Maybe he heard us.
Oh, he didn't go for it.
Maybe he heard us. Maybe he knows. Well, we'll see here. He tried to move on Honey Badger here earlier, but he's not gonna. Oh, wait a minute. Sillins gets a 3-second time penalty. Keep an eye on the bottom of the screen. If something flashes there, this could be bad. Yeah, he didn't try it there. All right, how aggressive will he be here?
Easy round, turn 4. This is where it's going to go.
Oh, keeps no cut. Perfect. Here he comes. He's just sticking behind him.
Yeah, he's not going to pass him.
Unless we got one more corner where he could take a braking attempt here, so we'll see if he tries it there. But I mean, this guy tried to pass during this section here, so I'm just saying, Ivrix will try a pass if he sees it. Maybe he's got a car set for more straight line.
I think he's listening to the stream and he's like, okay, guys, I'm just going to show you. I could have passed him if I wanted to, but I'm not going to.
I could do it. I'm going to tease it. We got a slow car up ahead. Shouldn't affect much. I think he just wants to go a lap down so he doesn't have to do an extra lap here. But not going to affect me yet. He did not go for braking point here, so unless Cugino really locks up, Mashiro gets a 3-second time penalty.
No,
that's not good because him and Sebastian are at the same times, so he's going to have to force the pass. Here we go. Final corner. Can Ivrix do something here? No, he will not. He'll just stick behind. So Cugino will win this race on track, but Ivrix will get the champagne and the 30 points here. Oh, but he has to slide back because the slow car there. Back to the battle for P4. It looks like Sebastian will hold on, much to Mashiro's dismay. And, yep, so Sebastian will take P4. Unless he's got a penalty I'm not accounting for. Sebastian will take P4. Mashiro is a life lesson. What could have happened to Ivrix if he got a cut near the light. Noise will come up P6. Still is P7, well, eventually. And Volex actually had to do one more lap because he didn't go a lap down. So we'll have to wait at least another minute here. So we'll have a cool, nice little minute to take a breather here. But, yeah. Siege gets 20 points. Now the gap from him to Sebastian is now down to 11. Ivrix with a great drive here today was well over 6 seconds behind, and he slowly just reeled him in. He was just not letting him go. He was like, nope, you're coming in with me. You're coming.
Yeah.
Great.
I mean, respect. That was amazing. He was 6 seconds behind him.
Yep, that is true. And and that will give him 30 points here today. So that's a great drive. So yeah, as we're still waiting, because Volex will start in P8 because he's the only driver to finish. So actually, a lot of drivers, County and Honey Badger, after DNFing, sadly will not be able to start in the top 8. So Vorez will actually start on pole position with Silas right beside him. So interesting.
Wow.
Very interesting.
I wonder if Ivrix was on his second warning. I would be like, this guy lives on the edge. He's like, I gotta take a warning. Yeah. I
mean, after I've seen Austria, I've been this league a little bit, and Ivrix he's got the style of overtaking and aggression that I want. Like, I'm a little too passive behind the wheel because you don't want to risk it. Ivrix is like, we're going for it. I don't care.
Definitely.
Lap 4? Screw it. I see an opportunity. I'm going for it. Like, that is something you want as a driver. That's good, but it also can get you a lot of beatings in the paddocks if you're not careful. Sebastian gets driver of the day, so good for him. I think
Mashiro.
I think Mashiro I was just about to say. I think Mashiro's gonna may have a problem with that. I think he's gonna question the voting.
I hope Mashiro gets a good race now.
Yeah, he's gonna be P4. He's a pretty fast driver, and he'll have a lot of track ahead of him. But yeah, I expect him to have a good bounce back race. Now that I said this, Mashiro's gonna finish last. Because he's not been that good in the sprint races. He's had poor performances in the sprint races, so he's a feature race driver, not a sprint race driver. So, but yeah, Ivrix, great job.
I think we can expect another good battle between these first and second place. I think we can sort of expect that. That's going to be these guys are going to climb pretty fast.
Oh yeah, 100%. But yeah,
look, blistering times.
I just want to point out, Silix had 21 seconds with the time penalty and still finished 7th. Just impressive. Impressive. Yeah. Everyone else only got 3, him 21. Like it was a game.
Mashiro had a 1:27.6 lap.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. I mean, Cugino's fastest lap was a 1:28.6. So Mashiro definitely has it.
Looking at the chats here, because it was worth noting, I want to see if Sebastian and Mashiro had a send here. Sebastian says that Mashiro was not on his screen, and he does have his Twitch channel, so it will be interesting to see how the stewards rule, but he said that Mashiro wasn't there, or at the very least, may have lagged.
Mashiro, he was there.
Oh, no, it's raining! Like, on our screen, no offense, Sebastian, on our screen, you kind of dumped him, like, low-key, but if you didn't see him, then it can't help it, but now it's raining. So if they had their car set up for a nice, dry setup, well, good luck. You can't change it, and now it's wet. So this is going to be terrible. I think Ivrix is glad he got 30 points now, because it's going to be a lot harder to get through the field on this.
Definitely. I mean, shit happens when they drive around, and everybody's trying like to keep the races clean, full respect to guys. But sometimes shit just happens, and it just looked like that was one of those corners.
And also, I totally forgot. Also, we got to remember the Honey Badger Sebastian incident as well, because Honey Badger as well is saying that he got straight line right in the rear by Sebastian, sent him into the wall. So Sebastian's got two drivers that aren't too happy with him right now. Now again, maybe it's internet, who knows? But I just want to point out two drivers aren't thrilled with the driver that finished fourth. So I think just kind of worth noting.
In the rain. I mean, in the rain, swing corner 4 and 5. I'm gonna love this.
It's gonna be even slower.
Guys, show us how to do it.
I mean, right now, Sebastian is a dead man walking. He's got two drivers that are angry at him. And just because I think God is a racing fan right now, is Mashiro and Sebastian are right next to each other on screen. They're 4th and 5th going into turn 1.
Guys, keep it clean, guys. Keep it clean.
Oh no! Sebastian just shoved Mashiro off!
Oh!
And
no!
Oh.
He just bumped him straight off the track!
He just bumped him straight off the track!
Oh no!
That is not good! Oh, Sebastian! I don't want to roast you on commentary, I really don't, but this is not looking good.
It definitely isn't. What the heck was that?
I don't know. Maybe he got whoops because of the wet. I didn't get a good look at it. I was on Mashiro's camera. Maybe he just got a little loose because it's a wet condition. So I'll pass it up saying he got wheel spin. But yeah, that's not good. One thing I do love, though, to take our mind off what just happened there, is that Brazilian flag always shows up. Those Brazilian fans always sit in that section. They don't change the flag, don't change to another country. Always the Brazilian faithful sit right there. So good for them.
Mashiro, please forgive him. Mashiro, please forgive him.
Look,
oh my, that was crazy.
I don't want to be mean, but the Japanese aren't really known for their forgiveness. So they do forgive, but I don't think they forget. So Mashiro may not be too happy going. He's probably got some steam coming out right now. But yeah, the question is right now, to go back to the race, can Vorex and Silas be able to handle the wet conditions on turn 1? I think we're going to have and Noisy gets a little squirrely as well. I think this turn 1's going to be interesting. God, let me just do a quick prayer right now. Just get the rosary beads out, whatever. Oh no, I thought Sebastian ran in the back of Silas. Or Noisy. I was worried that was going to be another penalty, but get your whatever God you believe in, or if you don't believe him, that's fine. Pray to whatever you want right now, because this is going to be Sebastian just left, so I think maybe something with his internet may be really acting up. But back to my point, whatever thing you believe in, pray to it, because this turn 1 is going to be very interesting.
I think Steaban was.
Have I been saying that wrong this whole time? It's not Sebastian. It's I guess Steaban, Sebastian, either or. Point still stands. He's rejoined.
Oh, he's back.
Okay, don't tell me I screwed up the law because of that. We got 5 red lights. We're good. Thank God, because sometimes when you leave, it screws it up. But not. We're good. 5 red lights, and away we go. So no issues here. Full essence, I am still leading the way. Give me a good angle here, please. Looks like it did not get bogged down, Vorez. It looks like him and Silas are going to battle going into turn 1 here. 3 wide between Kukino. Ivrix in the back here. Good pass. Oh my God, Kukino. Look at the move that Kukino. I think that's Kukino. Mashiro, one of the two. He's around.
Noisy. Oh, who else? Somebody else went out there.
Yep, a lot of drivers around here. Looks like a situation where I think that was Mashiro that looped it back there, if I'm not mistaken. If I can ever get. No, it wasn't him. It was someone else. I don't know, because it was Noisy who looped it. He was going for an aggressive move in turn 1, and he lost it. Ivrix up the P2, by the way.
Oh, he's like a...
All right, how are they going to take this corner here? Take it conservatively, boys. Everyone takes it well. It looks like the big loser there was Vorez and I Am Sills. They fell like stones, but Kukino takes position 1. Ivrix down P2, Honey Badger P3. So big gains from there. Vorez on attack by Siege here. Siege has taken a bit conservatively here because, again, playing for points here, does not want to lose points because of colliding with Vorez. It's a long race.
Yeah, that was a... nice start from Kukino and take the lead again.
Yep, Kukino tried something around the outside, and Ivrix, well, both great drives by both those drivers. Mashiro kind of got bogged down, expected a little bit better than, but I think the big loser was Noisy. He tried to go for a move on the inside and just looped it.
I think somebody maybe hit Mashiro in the first corner, I'm not sure.
It was either Mashiro or it was Noisy, because sometimes the colors get kind of mixed up, because Mashiro has his car under that one team, and it's different color similar to Noisy's color. So it kind of gets... It's not like F1 where you kind of can use process of elimination. Sometimes like, oh, that car's for that team, but completely different. So it's like, you have to try just to guess. So yeah, it was Noisy that looped it, but maybe Mashiro did contact with him. But Kukino does set the fast lap of the race. And if we have anything from qualifying, it is worth noting that Kukino was very dominant in the wet. So I think Kukino's got a good race here.
Flores is... oh, no. Siege is holding it. It's very tight between those two.
Very tight indeed. Fairly Perry up to P9 on Sebastian. So again, he sat for a long time after getting retiring on lap 1. So hopefully he's still fresh.
So we've got a very close battle line from 4th to 8th place, is it?
Yep, yep. 4th to 8th is very close here. Mashiro's got pressure from Siege. And again, like I know we keep beating the dead horse, but Siege really wants to get as many points as he can. Because he's only 6 behind not Sebastian, Scuba.
So, Honey Badger, show us what you got. Come on.
Ivrix, maybe this is a point, because remember, Park May is on, so it's a situation where maybe Ivrix's car is set up really for the dry. And then they didn't know the weather going into the second race. So, because it was only one-shot qualifying. So they had no clue the weather going into the second race. So,
that's...
So they have no clue. So maybe Ivrix's car set up more for a dry, like a straight line setup, while Honey Badgers and Kukino's maybe set up a little bit more to the wet. Because they had, again, who knows?
Yeah, that's true.
Yep. My intervals are not really updated yet. I don't have intervals either, so...
Yeah, mine are gone.
Hopefully they turn back on, because that's really helpful knowing when people are close. Maybe we'll fix when we get to the line. As it looks like we've got a move here for P6 between Nelly and Vorez. Kukino set the fast lap of the race, and the intervals. Nope, they're fixed. Hooray! It's been fixed.
140 is okay, and like it's tough to see.
Battle here for P4. Yep, very hard to see indeed with the spray. Battle for P4. It looks like Siege was going to try something. Again, being a bit conservative. I gotta admit though, the Spitfires in the rain, as I was just riding aboard with Siege, when you saw it light up on Mashiro's wing, was pretty cool. Mashiro gets kind of squirrely there in the wet, put the power down too early, and it's going to allow the ability for Siege to try something on the inside. Oh, again, he just can't do it because of the braking points.
Whoa. Mashiro was way out where it's wet on that track. It's even more slippery out there, but he kept it. He
kept it. He did get a little understeer, so he is trying to fight the power. So he did get a little bit of a kick out. Yeah, this is one of the closest battles we have on track here right now, as we do have a battle also for 6th, 7th, and 8th as well, but we'll cut that in a second as well. Again, wish we had side-by-side. Be a lot easy. But yeah, right now, 6, 7, 8, that's a battle, and 4 and 5. Nothing missing anything up front. Ivrix has lost 4 seconds to Kukino. Kukino's making it work.
Mashiro is all over the place.
It gets very squirrely there, and there's nowhere to go for Siege. Mashiro mounted that curb, and nowhere to go for Siege.
No, I think Mashiro doesn't like this weather. That's no, definitely not. Or his car's not set up right, but he's sliding. He's all over the curbs, and he's losing control.
If qualifying was anything to note, it's just something we're doing. He was not that good in qualifying. He was 6th in the first one before it got rained out. In the second one, he was 4th. I think it was 5th or somewhere around there. So yeah, both qualifying, he did kind of poor. So yeah, he's not really doing well in the rain. Noisy's made a pass for
Mashiro,
P10.
get it together. Come on.
Mashiro's got to try to find the power, but Siege, it's just, he's sitting behind, because I think Siege is being a little conservative, but at the same time, he kind of has to force it, but he doesn't want to risk it. So it's, because Mashiro's kind of getting squirrely under power, and he's really costing him time, because if he can get ahead of him, I don't know how much he can catch Honey Badger, but more
we got
points.
A battle on 7th, 8th right now.
Yep.
Steaban is on 8th place, and he's going to pass Nelly.
Yep, he's going to try something on the inside here.
Keep it clean.
Please. Looks like Sebastian's going to try to switch back here. All right, he's good. Everyone's good. He'll sit by. Yeah, nowhere to make a pass because of the wet conditions. You want to go for a switchback, and you put the car in the wet line. Never mind, Sebastian's going for it. Oh, they're side by side, and he's going to make the pass work. Good pass.
Yeah, he got it.
And now he's going to try something on Forrest. Don't go side by side through it, please. It's not going to work.
He passed him.
He'll get him.
Flores, I think, was okay. I'm not going side by side.
Yeah, no. Flores knew he's sinking, and he's like, I'm not ready to write my last will and testament right now. I'm not ready to go. Please show mercy, mercy.
But I think Steaban has been like, okay, I've messed up. I just got to keep this going. He's not calming down at all. Yeah, Steaban, Sebastian. There were nice passes. There.
Steaban, Sebastian, right now, public enemy number 1 on the track. So,
that's one of those things you have to sort of say sorry afterwards, and hope everything's okay.
He's saying that, again, he is saying that something was camera. So, again, Twitch streams will probably be shown. And I don't think these drivers don't hold grudges too long. They're all pretty camaraderie with him. So, if he does it consistently, I think, every week, then, yeah, I think there'll be some bad blood. But he's usually a clean driver. So, yeah, I don't expect any issues forgiving him. But he may have to serve repetitively for what's happened. But he'll learn. Yellow flag, Sector 3. Someone is around. That is I Am Silas, who's looped it, who starts P2 this race. So, he's really struggling with wet conditions.
Yeah, definitely, and it's pretty close then between, we've got 10th, 9th, 8th place.
Yep, big battle here.
Yeah,
big battle here for 7th. Again, Mashiro has lost. Actually, I think Mashiro may have just looped it. No, actually, never mind. Mashiro's actually got past Siege. Never mind. Wait. Mashiro was ahead of Siege. My mistake. I was looking at time intervals there. Got a little confused there. But Noisy gets a little Nelly gets a little squirrely there, and that's going to allow Noisy to get by him. Just he tried maybe a switchback on Volrez. Power kicked out, and Noisy now going to be up to P8.
Yeah, it was a nice pass by Noisy there. And these guys are switching back and forth. I mean, it's not easy to see. I mean, like, I got a pretty good screen in front of me, and it's like, is this brightness turned all the way up, or what's going on?
Yeah, I mean, I'm riding onboard cameras right now, and it's very hard to see the car ahead of you. You can see the little braking light, but on some of the spray situations, you just don't know his ways. Nelly goes wide again, and he's going to have to concede the position to NSR, so NSR will go to P8, and Noisy makes a move on Volrez into that hairpin in these wet conditions. Great play.
Oh, Nelly is all over the place. Fryer Pepper just passed as well there.
Yep, I'm Silas gets another 3-second time penalty, so if you're keeping score at home between the two races, he's already up to 24. Will he hit 30?
I mean, this is interesting. Kugino has got a 7.5-second lead now. I mean,
yeah, Ivrix is. Yep, he's got a 7-second lead. He's really doing well in these wet conditions. Ivrix is. It looks like he's gotten the control under the car. I think he's gotten settled with the rain because he's pulled away from Honey Badger. But yeah, he's not making inroads.
Celebrating after the first race.
Yeah, maybe he's maybe a little hungover from yesterday.
Yeah, that champagne on the podium. So.
Yeah, he's just, again, he was okay in qualifying, but not strong in the wet conditions. So, again, I just think Kugino was very strong in the wet conditions. I think that's showing here. He was probably wishing the whole weekend. As Siege is around, he's looped it.
No.
That is not good. He's going to get fired, though, but he's probably got some damage. I think I saw some end plates, and that is not good for his championship hopes. Siobhan.
6th.
Yep, but Siobhan locks it up, and it's going to allow Siege to try to get back around. So Siege is going to lose 6th, lose 5th, get it back by a Siobhan locking up a little too aggressively there.
Oh, and that was a bit back and forward there, guys.
Yep, what happened was Siege just lost it. He just got a little squirrely under the power. It happened to a bunch of other drivers. Siobhan gets
3-second time penalty.
3 seconds, so that's not good. I think I'm trying to get a look at Siege's wing. He hit that wall, but I don't know how much damage he has because they're not giving me a close angle. But I think he's got both end plates. Fry Perry has passed Volrez for 8th and 9th. They're battling back there, but I kind of want to get a look at his end plate. Come on, give me a close shot.
I think he has got both, yeah.
Yep. I mean, this helicopter shop's impressive, Codemasters, but it'd really be nice if you gave me the camera I'm requesting. Eventually it will, but, well, we'll have to see, because I'm not going to sit here forever, because we do got a battle here for 8th, 9th, and 10th right now. Skukino does set a fast lap of the race. Philly Perry goes wide, and that's going to allow County to get around. And that's going to jump. Oh, sorry, Nelly, my mistake. Nelly's going to try to fit on the inside. And Philly Perry goes very wide again. He gets a little squirrely. He's going to hit the tire wall. And he's going to go down to P11. Just like that. Yep, yeah. Just like that.
Let's see what's going to happen now. Can he keep that car straight now? After being in the grass, I mean, that is so difficult.
The tires are going to... Luckily, the positive is it's going to be... Yeah, you're going to have that stuff. But since it's wet, it should clear off quicker. But looks like he's okay. Not too much power, but he's going to be well over a half a second down on County. So he'll have to get it refired and hope for the best. Well, he's already got it refired, but you get what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Keep it clean.
And these guys are switching back and forth. I mean, Nelly is ready to pass Flores now, so these guys having quite battles on track here. It's good to see.
That is true. They are fighting. They are fighting very aggressively on track for what is only P8 on the circuit. And,
Honey Badger was out. Honey Badger was 1 second behind Avaxara and suddenly fell to 3.5.
I think he may have got
he had a spin.
Yep, a kick. And now he got 3 seconds for multiple warnings. That is not good. Yeah, right now, just something worth noting is right now that battle back to 8 for a second. They're just fighting for a 1-point difference right now between 7 and 6. So they are really fighting for what is difference of 1 point. That's what you'd like to see in racing.
What's Honey Badger doing?
Wait, something
No!
happened. Honey, oh no!
He's all
Honey,
over the place.
he's lost it. He's got squirrely. He's gotten very squirrely. Oh no, that's gonna allow Mashiro to catch him. Oh,
Honey Badger, what are you doing?
Honey Badger going wide again. Oh no, I think Honey Badger may have damage. He's hit some walls some hard. Is he got this? He doesn't have damage? Wow. These cars are more tougher than I thought they were. But yeah, he is.
What is...
The rain must have really... Oh, he's going wide again. Oh, he's got to have something. You can't... He's missing something.
He's definitely missing something right now.
Now he's just letting Mashiro by. Yeah, he's got something. His mojo's gone, I think. He's out of confidence. Like
it could be a controller. I mean, like he's steering right and forward like crazy here. It could be a controller issue or something because the way he's driving right now is not sensible driving.
The only thing, it's either that or I think of like when you're pitching or like a baseball analogy again, when you make that one mistake and it sits in your head and you have to try to get back in your mojo. You have to try to get going again. And it's a situation where he's got to put the run behind him. But it looks like he's trying to find his flow again and it's not working. It looks like now he's got it okay, so whatever the problem was, it's settled for now, but yeah, he lost well over 7 seconds to Ivrix, and now has lost third to Mashiro. And he's got a 3-second time penalty to make things even worse. Oh, and he's looped it!
Oh!
And he's around! So I think I spoke too soon. Now he's going to try to fire back up. Now he's just going to park it. He's got, yeah, good backup, good backup. Don't want to block the track there. Good job, good job. Well, so now he's down to P7, so from bad just to worse.
Okay, I'm going to say that's an equipment issue, not racing, just for the record.
Yeah, no, that especially after that one, yeah, it's got to be equipment. Like, Honey Badger was doing good for the first 8-7 laps, and now that's happened. Yeah, clearly something has gone wrong. But that's going to help Siege, Noisy, and Sebastian. Sorry, Stepan.
Yeah, we hope that Siege can... is he gaining on Mashiro? How's Mashiro driving right here?
Mashiro's driving well, but Siege was about 7 seconds after the incident. He's gaining a little bit of time, but not anything worth noting. He's going to need Mashiro to make a mistake if he wants that podium. So yeah, a lot of fielders... I guess,
yeah.
A lot of fields getting spaced out, but hey, I'm reminded of the first race I did with you in Spain, where I don't even remember what the driver was in question, but he in the BWT he was 6 seconds out, he lost. Yeah, anything can happen. You can't rest on your morals. As Flores and Nelly are still fighting for 8th position, by the way, they are still going strong. Good for them.
Those guys had a great battle.
They are fighting. They're having fun. I think they wish it was for higher points, but they're having fun at least. Give them that
and
much.
And it's that. Oh, it's that first corner. Oh no, Nelly. Oh no. It's that first corner that they're almost touching each other every time they come to that first corner.
Well, Honey Badger's got it refired because he's just passed Stepan for P6. So whatever Honey again. Yes. Well.
Oh.
Never. It looks like he's got it. Every time I say he's got it good, and he's like, oh, and then he gets loose again. So either he's got some damage we don't know about, or he's got controller issues or something. Wheel. I don't know what he runs, but he just locked up that corner completely. Yeah, something is going wrong in that cockpit. We don't know what, and it'll be interesting to see in the chats later, but something has gone wrong on his car.
Definitely has.
Much to probably Shiaban's dismay right now because he really wants to get around Honey Badger and set time. And
yeah, I mean,
Kukino just had the fastest lap of the race on lap 10.
It's never any fun driving behind anybody like Honey Badger because at the moment he is driving totally irrational, cutting corners and things happen. So it's like dangerous and scary to drive behind a driver when this is happening. But it could be a controller issue.
Yeah, 100% unpredictable right now. You don't know where Honey Badger is. Very unpredictable, and that's what probably is a little bit frightening for Sebastian. Or sorry, Steban. I keep wanting to say Sebastian, but it's probably Steban. So.
No, but I think it's fine. We can call him whatever. You can call him something. I'll call him something, and yeah, like we're the commentators.
Yeah, we're the commentators. If you send the hate mail to someone else. But anyway, looks like Steban's going to try something, but thinks better of it, and we'll just stick behind him again. Because again, he's just got to be patient. Because if he tries to force something where and the erratic, as Honey Badger gets, that back end is really loosey goosey now. I don't know. Yellow flag sector 1. Someone is around. That is Noisy. Noisy has looped it on that yellow curb of death. Oh! Ghosting's on, but that was still Pride of Fright. And that caused Honey Badger to go wide.
Yeah, Fryer Pepper was all over the place there. So, but this battle of Conti and Flores and Nelly, these guys are having a battle of their lives back there.
They're having fun. Yellow flag sector 2. Honey Badger again in the wall hard. He's the wrong way around. He may just want... Now he's got a broken wing, so now he's definitely going to be fighting it. Maybe he should just... Again, he's fighting for points, but he's sinking like a stone. I wouldn't be shocked if he retires at this lap. He's got 4 laps left, but it's just... You can't drive around with half a broken... And there he goes again, yeah, with a broken wing. Whatever the problem is, it's got to be mechanical. I mean, yeah, it's got to be something on his wheel. He's going to try to bring in at least the pit lane, but... and they just broke the 150 meter board. Oh, yeah, you could hear the gears, too. Like, it's... I don't know what's wrong.
Oh, so he either has to crash out or get to the pit.
Yep. County is now joined. We'll keep an eye on him right now, but County is on the back of Volres for P8. Nelly's gotten clear of Volres, and now Volres is under pressure from County. County, who looped at lap 1, I think it was County. I believe. It's been a while.
And
now Honey Badger has
crashed out.
Yeah. It's been a day for him. It's just... Whatever the problem is, hopefully he can fix it by next week. I think this is the end. I think they'll be fixing it. Luckily, this is what didn't happen in the featured race, because it'd be a long sprint race.
Honey Badger, we miss you already. Come back stronger next week, man.
And he's left the session. But I'd like to point out right now, Kugino has gained 17 seconds on Ivrix. 17 seconds in 11 laps.
That's like, compared to the first race where we thought, like, okay, Ivrix has control around this track. It just goes to show that racing dry and wet are just two totally different races. Either
it's a setup issue, and Ivrix really set his car up for the wet-dry and not the wet, or Kugino has a setup that's good in the wet and the dry, or it's just Kugino's really good in the wet conditions. But he's gained over, to put in perspective, in 10 laps, he's gained over about 1.5 seconds a lap on Ivrix. That's
impressive.
That is impressive, especially in wet conditions. That is impressive. So points to him.
Definitely on Kugino, just for the record, if anything happens, that was Pepsi who said that, not me.
Yeah. He just sets another fast lap. He did a 139. He's broken into the 139s. God.
He's flying around and he's like, is it raining? I haven't noticed.
Yeah, like it's wet. Cool.
Whoa. He went off the track there, but he got it back on again.
I'm watching this battle between P5 and 6, so I'll take your word on that one. Because we have a battle for Stepan and Noisy. They are fighting currently for P5. And we still got the internal battle of P8 right now as well. So 2 major battles. That is true indeed, as we got Noisy and Stepan fighting. And I think, again, because no DRS, it makes a very hard... I should have pointed this out earlier, but it makes a very hard circuit even harder to pass with no DRS, because... It's very hard to get a good exit, and it's very hard to even get side-by-side with no DRS. And now with the rain, it makes it even harder. So you got to hope for mistakes.
Yeah, that's true. And, Kugino is flying around here. It's up to 19 seconds, but I've been following him, and he is really pushing it. I mean, he's not slowing down. And I think, like, if he can keep this pace up until the end, that is crazy impressive. But at the same time, I mean, be a little bit careful, I'd say.
Yep. As I just want to point out that County tried to move on Volres, and he tried to go on the inside, and it was too wet, and he looped it, and he broke the DRS sign. So it's even if you could try a switch back on the inside line, you're just going to kick the back end out. So there's really nowhere to pass, which makes it even more impressive that Kugino's able to get 20 seconds. 20 seconds. Like, I'm in awe. Like, that is impressive. Like, if you think like 5 or 6, that's good. 20 seconds. And like I said, no spring chickens in the field. Like, the rest of this field is good, too, so there's no spring chickens. Nally gets a 3-second time penalty. He's 4 seconds clear of Ivrix, so that should not affect him in the hunt for P7. For now, anyway.
Okay, Kugino, keep it together,
Even if he loops it, I think he can get it refired and spun back around before Ivrix gets even close.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't do a Honey Badger, if we can say that.
Yeah, as long as his wheel or whatever Honey Badger uses to drive doesn't malfunction, he should be good.
I think he's keeping control.
Noisy gives him a little tap there. Yellow flag sector 2, that's where Kugino is, but it's not Kugino.
Oh.
Little fright there, that was Silas. That was almost like, I think the jinx almost occurred there. But nope, it was the other driver. Noisy's actually just made a pass on Sebastian. Had to cut away for a second because thought the leader just lost it. But nope, it was Noisy. Sorry, it was not Noisy, it was Silas. Noisy now in P5. So yeah, it looks like the rest of the field's kind of spaced out here, so bearing anything else happening, I think we still got a battle here P5, but bearing anything else happening, I think this is where they're going to finish.
Yeah,
for the
it's
most
up
part.
to almost 22 seconds now. I mean,
He's gaining about 1.5. Yellow flag sector 2. That again, that is just Silas every time because Kugino's so far ahead. When you look at the map, you see a yellow flag where Kugino is. You're like, oh no, it's Kugino. No, it's not Kugino. It's just a lap down car getting a lap down, giving a fright.
Okay, so anytime in the future, if it's raining and you ask me who do I think's going to win this race, I tell you right now, I'm just going to say Kugino.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just insane.
We don't know where Scuba is yet, because Scuba is also, I think, okay in the wet, but Kugino just came out and just put his cards on the table and said, this is how fast I am. Come challenge me.
He's going to go for a fast last lap here, I think, Kugino.
I think so, too. I mean, why not? He's got 21 seconds. As long as he doesn't destroy the car, he can get it refired and limp around. Ivrix hasn't even crossed the line yet. He has crossed the line now. That is how... that is just... wow. I know we keep, like, bringing that up. This is just straight up impressive. Like, bravo. Like, impressive. But anyway, yellow flag sector 1, again, that is Silas, not really liking the wet conditions. He'll finish P11, 1 lap down. But yeah, we do have a battle for P8 again. Actually, it looks like Nelly's lost, and he's actually spun it in sector 3. So P7 is now Flores. P8 is Philly County's up to P9. So Nelly, with 2 laps to go, or I guess not technically on the last lap, but for him, 2 laps to go, just lost it. So now he's down to P10. He's going to have to try to limp it around, but he can't go any lower than 10th. He should be
fun.
good.
Sometimes when things go bad here, it's like, oh, I'm going to lose the points. But when it's raining like this, things can happen to anybody. So it's like, just keep pushing.
Yep, keep pushing. Anything is possible. As Kugino's about to go through the last couple corners, and we'll cut board here with him again right now because he's about to cross the line. So yeah, last couple corners here. Kugino.
Congrats, Kugino. Nice driving.
Congrats. You could pull over and get your victory sandwich right now. As County's actually lost. And speaking of County, County's lost, so he's now. So Nelly, speaking of which happened, Nelly just took back P9 because of County losing it. So
there we go.
Anything is possible.
Over the line.
Oh, he's slowing down.
The one, the only.
he's just being a cocky man now. He's just like
he just went backwards over the line.
I think a lot of people may be a little bit angry with Dip. Hey, you won by 24 seconds. I'll let you do that if you win by 24 seconds.
He just said it was a mistake.
He'll just say, oh, yeah, I lost it. Like, I didn't make a mistake the whole race, but last corner, yeah, it happens. Engine failure. As Ivrix is going to cross, and he's just going to nail and give him a victory shunt. And that's going to be that. Oh, and there's a Mashiro going to join in. They're all going to pile in here. They're all going to give Kugino his victory celebration. A nice little tap of victory. So Mashiro going to come up P3. Good recovery by Mashiro. Siege P4. If my math is correct, that should give him the points lead. Noisy up next. Noisy will finish P5, and he's probably also going to try to join the victory shunt. Woo! That he will. 6th place, Esteban. He's just not going to stop. P7 going to go to Flores. Good drive by Flores here today. At least going to get... Actually, Flores has not crossed. That was Sebastian. My mistake. Flores up next, under pressure from Folly Pepper, but not going to be able to make the pass happen. Flores is going to finish P7. Philly Pepper's going to finish P8. They're all going to join the victory celebration on the line here, and hope we give Kugino a nice little tap of victory. Well, never mind. Philly Pepper's going to stop. Nelly's going to come in next. He's going to make it. He's going to give him a tap. Boom. Everyone, this is the commodity you love to see in this sport. Everyone giving victory taps to each other. Everyone showing victory and glory. And County will finish P10. And yeah, as you can see the carnage there. You can see on Kugino sitting there with both wheels up, just with his finger going, yeah, I did it. I won. Driver of the day. I don't think that's that hard to guess.
No kidding.
No kidding, indeed. 100%. But yeah, with, I believe Siege finished 4th, if I'm not mistaken. We'll get a check when we get to the end results here. But yep, there you can see Kugino missed out on the first place and the 30 points last round, the feature race because of the penalties. But now basically cements his victory here today with a 24-second win over Ivrix and Mashiro. So we'll let him celebrate here.
That was impressive, and I see in the chat between the drivers that Ivrix thought that was so crazy tough driving around almost like on ice. Yep, look at that lap time, 1:39.8.
He said a 1:39. Let's put the next fastest driver, even though it says for some reason says Ivrix at the fastest lap of the race at a 1:41. But yeah, he said his fast lap was 2 seconds faster than the next fastest one, which was Mashiro at a 1:41. Sorry, it was actually Siege at a 1:41.228. Or sorry, Noisy at a 1:42. No, yeah, 1:41.228. So yeah, 2 seconds clear. That is impressive. or a little under 2 seconds. Still impressive.
And the game actually doesn't believe it. It's like, no, you don't
No.
get the fastest lap. No, that's
you
too
don't
fast.
But something worth noting as well is that with that points finished by Siege, he gets 12 points, and now he will take over the de facto lead. So now Siege is the points leader. So that's
Scuba, come back again.
Scuba just had a 30-point lead, and now it's all gone. It's a 31-point lead, and now it's all evaporated, just like that. But yeah, I think as we wait for the final thing, as we will go into our sign-off here, as we let the last load here, but who do you think was the driver that was the dominant one here today? Who do you think was the driver that was the best around the circuit in both races?
I mean, definitely, just because of that last race, Cugino, definitely, without a doubt. I
gotta say that too. The only I want to say Ivrix of race 1 because he was driving like a mad lad at the end of the session feature race. But if he was just a little closer to Cugino, I think the vote would be close. But since Cugino just went out there and just smacked the field, I can't not say Cugino. I want to say Ivrix, but it had like if we're going by feature race, it's Ivrix. If we're going by sprint race, it's Cugino. If we're saying overall, it's Cugino.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, that will do it for the Hungary GP here. But yeah, that was a relatively good race. I think the rain kept a lot of drivers out, and the feature race was pretty enjoyable. So hopefully you did enjoy it. Next week, as I will pull up the calendar here, I believe we're going to Belgium, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just
yes, we love Belgium.
That is a good track, and it'll be quite interesting to see how they handle the F2 cars around here, if I can ever find the right chat. So many chats, so little time. Yep, that is next week, the Belgium GP on 2/28. So that will be next week, and it will be the same time as here, 3 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. GMT. So if you have any final words you want to say, Buck, before we do our sign-off?
Yep, thanks for a great session. Nice.
That was a great session, great commenting for you too, and we will be here next week for the Belgium GP. So until then, we'll see you, and thank you, and good night.